Okay, today we are playing a game on King's Row. We are in the Gold SR range, and we will be playing Junkrat the entire way through. There's nothing else to say. Let's start the game. Ah, we're not far enough along in the video. There we go. Oh, God. So, attacking first. They're not doing Zarya Roadhog. Okay, I just saw a Roadhog, and my gut instinct was that they're doing the thing. So, we're going in. Not much point hanging out in the clock tower as Junkrat. Not exactly a long-range precision hero. So, we get to have a great time spamming route bombs through the doorway as Junkrat. Employing the archway to not actually expose ourselves to the bad men. I've never actually seen a Junkrat do that on this map. At least attacking, anyway. I've seen defenders bounce off of this to get them outside, but I've never seen the attackers do it. Which, you know, it makes sense, certainly. It's very novel. I've not actually seen one do that before. So, we're slowly getting through. Very intense gameplay, you know. Junkrat spamming into the choke point. We got him out eventually. Now we're going in! So, we're not going quite as hard as... I heard a Sombra. Yeah, Sombra's on their team. So I heard Sombra hacking somebody, which we should have at least looked, you know? Even if you don't kill the Sombra, Junkrat's pretty good at just, like, disrupting her hack at the very least, you know? But nothing actually came out of it, so hey, doesn't matter. Oh, Junkrat's, that's not Junkrat, that's Roadhog. I do wish that their names were actually different, and look, here's my logic for why Junkrat and Roadhog should have different names, right? Roadhog should be named Junkrat because his whole thing is he uses the scrap gun that he just loads a bunch of junk into, and he fires that. And Junkrat should be named Roadhog because he uses a fucking tire as his main weapon, right? Well, it's not his main weapon, but it's definitely his most powerful weapon. Doing a little loop around the area, a little slalom, doing our time trials there. Didn't really pay off in the end. I wonder if we fat-fingered that. I might have fat-fingered that. I don't have the email open. I have an email somewhere that specifies a fat finger. It might have been that one. I'm very behind right now. Leave me alone. It's alright. I've been sick. You know, it's been a thing. All right, yeah, we're just gonna push our way in. The last Junkrat we watched did that as well. This is like doesn't bother me so much because he's at least trapped, so he's not going anywhere. But like, if you're gonna throw the mine at the Reinhardt, I want you to be really sure it's gonna kill him, because otherwise it can get really awkward really quickly. Like, you can just keep shooting into him, you know? Like, I get it, you know, it feels good to shoot the bomb and then immediately throw the mine at him. It feels good, sure, but like tanks, they tend to survive. They tend to be kind of hard to kill. You're usually better off just shooting into them a whole bunch. So Sombra's still around, up to no good. She's dead now. That situation got resolved. We had a bit of trouble getting up there, you know, that's whatever. If is worth when Sombra, well, not always, but sometimes it's worth it when you're playing against a Sombra to like kind of go out of your way a little bit to put a trap down, basically around one of the typical Sombra health kits that they use, because if you throw it like right under the health kit, you put a mine there as well for good measure, it's like two things, because you maybe just kill the Sombra because she didn't notice there was a trap there and just translocates right onto it. But if she does see it, she's going to break it. So you know which health kit she's using at the time. So now that she's broken the trap under that health kit, you can just go and put a trap under her translocator because she gave away the fact that she found your trap. And so, like most Sombra players are not thinking far enough ahead that they'll then not put their translocator at that health kit that they went to. This is, of course, very dependent on, like, the Sombra you're playing against, but can be worth trying for that, at least, versus a Sombra. Otherwise, you know, just behind you somewhere, you know, where they're usually coming from. So, Sombra did, in fact, emp the whole team right there, but Roadhog also pushed everybody away with his ultimate, so I would have been quite upset if I was Sombra. But that's just Roadhog players for you, you know? You have to acknowledge that if you have like a big setup ultimate on your team that isn't Graviton, there's a good chance they're just gonna completely fuck you. The amount of times I've earth-shattered 6 people and then watched Roadhog go, alright, head on home now, you scamps, with his ultimate. Oh, I've been so mad. Lucio players also. I complain about this guy like every couple weeks or so, but there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about this man. And I still remember the moment so vividly, where it's just like, we're attacking Hanamura. We attack, we push up onto the balcony. I ult like 4 people on the balcony, and Lucio just slides in and boops everybody off the edge down to the point below. And they all lived. They all lived. And I'm like, Lucio, why did you do that? And he went, lol, get over it. Not even joking. Like, alright. That's nice. Cool, cool. So yeah, but I complain about him a lot, but like, I just think about that so often. That Lucio just saw everybody not next to a death drop, stunned, but he still went, let's push him off the edge so nobody can actually hit them while they're stunned, yeah. And then was like, incredulous that someone had pointed out that that was a ridiculous thing to have done. But hey, you know. Anyway, the moral of the story is Roadhog players are the worst. No, I didn't misspeak. So, we're slowing down a little bit, you know, it's okay, we got time. Moira's using Coalescence, Mercy got, or not Mercy, Arissa got rezzed. Hiding from Deadeye. That was very spooky to me because, like, Hanzo's there, and I did see him out of the corner of my eye. Like, right there. Fortunately, Tracer goes after him, but then Tracer does eat shit immediately afterwards. So, we should have been more concerned about that Hanzo situation. Like, maybe we see Tracer go after him and we go, alright, Tracer's gonna deal with the Hanzo, but then Tracer eats shit. Hanzo has no reason to stop being over there, and I don't want him over there, so we should have taken more of an active interest in removing him from that doorway. Because in the end, he also ended up killing Mercy as well, which is, not ideal, I'd describe it as, you know, slightly suboptimal at least. So we're going around, Oh, they were ready, they were ready. It was a pretty obvious route to go through, but simultaneously, like, going straight around the corner isn't exactly any less obvious. Though, that is, you can hit them with the, like, grind it all the way up this wall, and then loop around the top side of it instead. Which is... yeah, you're taking the obvious path, but you were at least halfway up the wall when you did it, so they're still not expecting that, necessarily, right? Whereas that alleyway, or not that alleyway, that passageway, pretty common. People tend to be looking there while they're waiting for the Riptire to come through. So, Zarya's Grav was up over there. Unfortunately, I think D.Va ate most of our bombs as they were going over, because not much ticked on them, actually. It's okay, we're still gaining some momentum. Now, you know, we're coming up on him, we just gotta not get too CP'd now. Hanzo's over there, we spam at him, oh, here it comes. A little scary, but you know, we didn't die. I did think we were gonna get winged by it at least, but we didn't. So, alright, half their team's dead, hooray, oh no, self-destruct. We ended up killing D.Va by accident, because we did, like, see D.Va come around the side next to us, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, D.Va's, like, right behind us right now, but we're, like, spamming bombs around the corner. But, hey, D.Va ended up dying regardless, but she did, like, run up behind us during that. It didn't really matter, like, it was looking pretty good regardless there, unless that self-destruct randomly killed, like, 8 people. Then... nothing too much was going to come out of it. But, you know, that is the thing with self-destruct, is that sometimes... why is our whole team so late? Like, everybody is still coming. It's not weird for, like, one person to be lagging behind, maybe 2, but, like, 4 people are still coming. Some very intense debate must have been happening in there anyway. So... they're doing Widow now, as is tradition for the attacking team on King's Row. Very easy to trick your team into thinking that you'll switch if you don't get a pick, you know? It's a common one to throw out there on this map. Unfortunately, like, I'm actually gonna go... I'm going back pretty far about this one, but, like, Zarya really did get fucked, didn't she? Like, She really did get got by this maneuver. So this is, like, not a good maneuver for Reinhardt to be making. But it is what he's doing. Where is our trap right now, by the way? Oh, no, I'm going back again. Oh, it's over there. I mean, people are likely to go that way, but I would throw the trap down right now. Mostly because, like, if Ryan's doing that, I'm expecting him to charge onto the point, pretty much. But, like... That really did just, like, she did just get fucked, didn't she? We did, like, kind of set that up by bombing him in, but simultaneously, like, could we really have predicted that one mine would have gone so catastrophically there? Especially since we just kind of wanted Reinhardt to be, like, a little bit more close to us and therefore out of position. It really went really badly. Very unexpectedly so. Wait, I would have thrown the trap down just because I'm expecting Reinhardt to, like, charge onto the point, to be honest. Which he didn't, so it wouldn't have mattered. But, like, you know, it's what Reinhardt players like to do. You know, engaging a fight is something Reinhardt players are very bad at. So they have a tendency to just kind of do that, where they just kind of streak past you at Mach 10, you know? And just kind of hope for the best. Even though, like, most of the time you're playing Reinhardt, you can initiate a fight by just hopping up to them with your shield up. But Reinhardt players, they don't understand the subtlety of just holding W and right click. So, you know, it has to be ult or it has to be charge. They don't know anything else, really. Reinhardt players are very straightforward like that. McCree's coming up behind us. We can't know that. I was looking at the silhouette through the wall, but I was like, oh, here he comes. I respect the attempt. We should have rolled it a little more up the staircase, pretty much, you know? Then he can't, like, see it coming. You can kill the tire with Deadeye, right? I think. I know you can during Junkenstein, but, like, can you kill, like, regular Junkrat's tire with Deadeye? I'm pretty sure you can. Just, like, roll it up the staircase a little bit more, you know? He's at the back of it, so we can just keep it out of his line of sight regardless. It's one of those interactions I'm not sure about, because usually when you're using Deadeye versus the tire, you're not really in a position to see the tire very much, you know? Just kind of a niche situation. I'm not sure how it works on that one. Not a great place for the trap, but, like, I mean, we're not really going to go off anywhere to put it anywhere better right now. We are kind of, like, really out in the open right now. We're not near, like, anything we can use as cover, which is kind of spooky. But that is also kind of this checkpoint. We could hang out on the high ground at least. Junkrat's still decent on high ground. You know, not as cool as, like, being Soldier on the high ground, but... Widow's dead now, thank goodness. It's still a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy right now. We are stood right on top of the trap. So if anybody comes around the corner... I was, like, eyeing McCree. Like, it's pretty spooky that he made it all the way up to that doorway, pretty much. But, like, hey, you know. I don't like the little steppy closer we did, but that's something that's so minor that it, like, definitely wouldn't have mattered. But we did take, like, a little half step closer to where we just saw him go. Which is, like, only really making it easier for him to get us. But, it, like, he was gonna roll and flash us regardless, so, you know. So here comes the tire. A little patient, a little cautious. Ooh, didn't like that. Yeah! He was so close to that health kit as well. He was like, I'm nice and safe in here. No tire's gonna get me. The tire is behind the bar the whole time. Shit. So, that's the cool thing about the tire is you don't need to use it for a team fight, because now that's just really staggered Reinhardt instead, which also still just buys you a lot of time. Tire, you don't need to use it for a team fight, even though that's the most flashy and obvious way to use it, you know. But I really like putting the trap there. I'd rather we put it, like, in the alleyway behind us right now, I think, just because I don't trust, like, them to not be up to no good, pretty much. But hey, oh no, I didn't get it! Oh, fuck, it got destroyed. I was like, it's gonna get him as he charges right here, but it got destroyed as he was coming through. Oh, how unfortunate. Not that we died, so, you know. It's okay, it all worked out in the end anyway. I mean, it didn't really. We're losing the team fight, but hey. When your shield tank is Toes versus Reinhardt, you just have to accept that your team's going to get earth-shattered. That's just going to have to be, unfortunately, you know? Ideally, it doesn't, but what can you do, you know? When people they don't like to play Reinhardt. Reinhardt's not so fun. They like to play the wacky heroes. They like to play Toes, and they're like, he's got a shield. You know. Is he a main tank? he's close enough that you can trick people. You know, he's close enough you can trick people. That's very surprising we're dead right now. Widow got us, but like, that's one of those where you're not expected to come back and find your dead body, huh? But, Widow went for it. So, hey. Big ups to Widow for going hard on that one, I guess. There it comes again. You know, the earth shattering. But this time, hey, oh my god. Yo, real shit? Our team just got earth shattered and grabbed, but everybody's gonna live. Like, they got earth shattered and then they got grabbed, and everybody's going to live. That's pretty fucking wild. Granted, a lot of that was down to Farah killing people with Barrage, and then our Zarya used her grab as well, which helped, but like, man, it's not often you see your team get hit by earth shatter and grab and nobody on your team dies. Not even the Farah that used Barrage. And that's like practically a passive effective Barrage that Farah dies by the end of its channel, you know? That's basically just a feature. Alright, we managed to pick off Ana right there. Very exciting. Bought a fair bit of time there. Not a huge amount because they are like right outside their spawn right now. And Mercy rest her anyway. To be honest, she shouldn't have even bothered. Like, Ana was so close to reviving. And their spawn is right there. That like rezzing that Ana didn't even really save any time. So they really look like they want to go through the right-hand side, so I want to put a trap over there right now. Granted, some of this is coming from me looking at their silhouettes going through that way, but like they're making no effort to actually push up the main route. So that's when you're like, alright, let's put a trap over next to that doorway, you know? Not that, like, that's a good path. Like, you want, like, you know... Classic wisdom is you don't go through the super confined area when you're playing against a spammy team or just a Junkrat, right? Like, you're attacking Anubis and there's a Junkrat, you don't go left on the first checkpoint, right? Because, like, it's just a death pit. Like, what a fucking severe death pit to walk through. Like, that is literally, like, Reinhardt occupies that entire tunnel and he's still trying to walk through it. Damn, she got another barrage already. And she didn't die again. Absolutely incredible. Oh, she got play of the game right there. We'll never see it, of course, because we're watching a replay, but she got play of the game right there, I'm sure. And we've still got a lot of ultimates as well, so that's pretty exciting. Because they haven't got a whole lot of time left. It's looking pretty good that we're going to grind them out till at least they've got no time left on their attack, which is... good, because we've got 2, so they wouldn't actually get to have a second round. Like, it's looking pretty bad for them taking the whole point in the next minute, at least. If they capture it at all, because they haven't exactly been having a good time getting much momentum going right now. As we can see by the fact they are still failing to gain any momentum at all. They're all still dying over there, actually. So, you're doing great, lads. You're doing great. You're doing a great job. We're up here. Alright. We're clearly up to no good. There can only be one plan we have. Yeah. Alright, we're sending him in. Whoa! Well. Dang, you know. Life is hard sometimes. That's very disappointing, you know, but hey. It'd be like that sometimes. So now I'm pretty sure it's mathematically impossible for them to actually push it all the way in time. Before they run out of time. Because they got 20 seconds left, and they got a real long way to go, and they haven't even got, like, just uncontested time to push it through. So, as far as I'm concerned, we've already won. And now, the classic thing, though, right? As soon as you get into overtime, suddenly the attacking team's skill raises by, like, 300 SR, you know? Suddenly they pull it all together. It's a combined effect, though, because it's like the attacking team gains SR, but the defending team also loses SR. It's a combination effect where they're like, alright, no more fucking around. They pull up their sleeves, and they've got to just get on the point as fast as they can. And the defending team is like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do, you know? And really, it shows that if people just, like, made an effort to touch the point more actively, they'd do better overall. Because that's, like, most of what it is it's just, like, you know you're about to lose, so you just have to touch the point in whatever way you possibly can. Whereas people are, like, people don't know how to, like, push in, so they tend to just, like, really tentatively hop around the choke point for ages, not achieving anything, because they're afraid to actually commit to an engage. When you're in overtime, you've got no choice. You have to engage. So people are just, like, they try to get to the point any way they possibly can. And, oh, look, it worked out. You just got to the point and started fighting, and it ended up working out. How about that? Maybe we should have tried this, like, 4 minutes ago. Anyway, you know, whatever. Life is hard. So not a huge amount to say over that one, really. I'm pretty sure the email didn't actually say anything in it, but I'm just gonna go back and check, because it's not gonna take too long and know what the boy's name is. Here it is. Nope, no questions attached. Fantastic news. So thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them. Oh, God. Or just shitpost with us. I've started streaming Twitch Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 8 p.m. EST to 11 EST. There's a link to the channel in the description. And if you managed to make it all the way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future. And I hope you found the video helpful.